hanging in there, you got to go with the dollar as being the strong market among them. Now, I don't know if you have any questions. If you do have any questions, there's a contact information on the screen about if you're interested in following up on the Vantage Point forecast. Darrell will tell you a little bit more about that click situation in a minute, but I'll try to answer other questions first of all. First question I have is, Forex unlimited risk like futures, or is Forex safer? That's a little difficult question because Forex, cash Forex, is safer to the extent that you don't have that situations that can develop, because what will happen if you're trading with a cash Forex firm, if something happens drastically, they're going to get you out and maybe unwillingly, and you didn't intend to, but their cash Forex firms are not in the business to lose money. So some way or another, they're going to get you out. And you also are working with smaller amounts usually, depending on the amount of margins, the size of the contracts you're trading. So there is some unlimited risk because we never know. The situation could change drastically overnight before anybody can react, and so you would still be liable for losses if they do occur beyond the amount of money that you have on margin there, just like you would with futures. Question is, Forex, do all futures brokers allow me to trade Forex? Most futures brokers do. However, I'm not sure that all futures brokers do have the micro futures contracts because they're relatively new. I am not sure if they have that available to every trader. I haven't explored that enough to know, but I think that probably that's something you need to ask a broker before you get into that account, or maybe you want to have a separate account strictly for Forex. Depends upon the money you have available. How can I trade Forex if it is a 24-hour market? Again, almost all of the trading in Forex is electronic. I think the trading day, if I recall correctly, for most of the Forex contract is like from 5 p.m. one day until 4 p.m. the next day. So you got 23 out of the 24 hours that you can trade. You have a situation where you, if you want, get up at 1 in the morning and trade with the Japanese traders, and then you can, go hang in there a little longer till, let's say, 3 o'clock in the morning, and you can trade with the European traders when they come on. So it's a situation that you have to kind of determine, what's your own sleeping habits, and a lot of other things that go into trading. So you have to determine when you want to trade and how you want to trade. I will say that in general, some of the times, late evening times, it might be pretty thin, so you have to be a little bit careful. It's kind of risky to trade with stops in those situations, but the electronic Forex markets are pretty fluid, around the clock. Next question I have here, best Forex pair for a beginner to trade. If I were looking at the markets, I think probably the Euro-US dollar pair, the majors. Japanese US dollar pair, I like the Euro better because it's a little bit, anyway, it's a little more, a little easier to understand. I think then you want to trade, if you can, with the smaller contracts, and even if you're an experienced trader and want to try out some new strategy, the next holy grail strategy, good place to try it is in the smaller contracts, or if you're just getting your feet wet, you trade one micro contract, and then you trade two, then you trade three, so forth as you build yourself up. Next question, do you use Vantage Point exclusively for your analysis of the FX markets? From a standpoint of indicators and using them, pretty much yes, although I do also rely on, for intraday pricing, I have eSignal, and I don't have the same Vantage Point indicators on eSignal that I have with Vantage Point. So from an end of day standpoint, Vantage Point is superb. It kind of gives you a situation where you can make a decision at the end of the day after all the rush of action is over, and prepare your orders, and depending upon your brokerage firm, if they allow contingent orders that you can get in, and then if this happens, then you're out, that kind of thing. So you can do your whole planning in the evening after the one day is closed and as the next day is beginning. Although, as I said, with Forex markets, there's less beginning and less ending type of situations because of the global nature of the marketplace. There are any other questions? The last chance to take a shot at them, and Okay, question, how much experience does one need to use Vantage Point and successfully trade FX? First of all, I need to say that I think, as I mentioned earlier, FX is a little bit more difficult market to comprehend because you're always trading spreads. Spreads, if you're trading soybeans, you're buying soybeans or you're selling soybeans or whatever it is, or that's the way it is with most futures markets. When you're trading FX, you're buying one thing and you're selling another. And so you have, first of all, that little complication of being a situation where you have two different markets to consider and to look at. Now, secondly, when you're looking at FX, you also have to keep in mind that you have to kind of be aware of a lot of different fundamentals over a lot of different places and a lot of news events that are happening worldwide. And so that's another complicating factor because you know that that's a liquid market. It's very fluid. It's going to be moving, and you may not have a clue as to why it's going to be moving. So it takes some experience. I don't think you can jump into the FX market as quickly as you can. For example, if somebody said, well, go out and buy stocks and just buy this stock and you buy Exxon and that's all you need to know. FX is not like that. It's a more active market. So I think you need some experience. How much experience? It's kind of hard to say, but when you don't have the experience, I would start small, work up. Question, would it be easier for someone to get VP and trade currency futures? Hard to say. I mean, it depends on the type of account you have. As you know, if you have a futures account, obviously you're looking at the futures area, including the micro futures, and I don't know that it's any easier or harder or better, but if you have the cash Forex account, you're looking at just the cash Forex markets and trading against the one firm. You got to keep in mind that the data that they have on their site with their pricing and bids and asks and so forth may not be the same as what you would see at another firm, or may not be the same as you see in the futures market. So you have to be aware of the integrity of that firm as to what they're offering. Question, okay, what would be the instrument that Vantage Point has predicted better than any? Boy, now that one I can't answer because I'd have to refer you there to the call-in information there if you want to click on that and find out, because I don't really know. I know that the average percentages range all the way from something like 78% to 86%, but I don't know. I guess I can't tell you which one was better than the other because I don't have that information, and somebody at Vantage Point probably does. If there are no other questions, then I'd just like to say that if you get into the Forex trading, it's probably the most exciting market of all to trade. It has lots of things going on. It has lots of different possible potential